Trivia question real quick. What do these two quarterbacks have in common? Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. Give you a second to think about it. Yes, Super Bowl appearances, MVPs, the best of the best in the NFL. But there is one other thing both Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow have in common. Both will be getting reps in the preseason, something that the Falcons' starting quarterback will not be getting. But why is that? Jacques, we're going to talk a little ball here. I see you brought a nice little prop, very fitting for what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Mike Bobo, Micah Morris, you spoke to them in the last block about improvements to the run game. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into that. You're a former quarterback, of course. You played with Coach Bobo, actually,
Yes.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
So we're going to discuss a little something called outside zone. Walk me through what that is and how Georgia can utilize this. We've got some examples from last year.
Yeah, let's talk through some of the video here.
Is this rock bottom for the team right now at this moment?
Yeah, I would say so.
No other way to put it. A 6-run lead blown in the 9th inning from 10-4 to 11-10. Losers of 8 of their last 11. Yes, this is in fact rock bottom for the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, Kelly, Raheem Morris has been adamant that this scrimmage is their de facto preseason game of sorts for these starters. But my eyes are specifically on the rookie class. As you know, a lot of them come on the defensive side of the football. We're going to be seeing those guys tonight in this game against the Detroit Lions. Obviously, guys like Georgia grad, Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr., the 2 first-rounders, the edge rushers. This is what the team wanted to address in this draft. Yeah, you brought up Casey Washington. The wide receiver position is the one I'm really looking at because you have Darnell Mooney, a guy that has been out the entire preseason, probably won't play until the regular season begins. But Casey Washington had that connection with Michael Penix Jr. last preseason, Chris Blair as well. But Casey has been a guy that has really been connecting with Michael Penix Jr., specifically in that scrimmage just the other day. Made a couple of great catches, of course, some great throws by Michael Penix Jr. I'd say he's kind of got that inside track to potentially make the team. He's going to have to make a name for himself, though, Kelly, right here in this game if he wants to have that happen.
Well, for the first time in almost 10 years, the 2025 trade deadline has been perceived as one that would involve the Braves being sellers rather than buyers. 3 players who seemingly matched that perception were the following. The catcher, Sean Murphy. You got Drake Baldwin, the rookie, performing pretty well behind him. Raisel Iglesias, not a great season for him thus far. And yes, here was the big one, the big bear, Marcell Ozuna, whose contract expires this year. The deadline came and went, and all are still Atlanta Braves. Yeah, Shock, there is one big nugget. Now, back in January, the signing of Jurickson Profar was considered to be the Braves' biggest offseason acquisition. Just 15 at-bats and 80 games later, Profar is now officially back in the starting lineup. As you can see him taking the field just behind me, following his 80-game suspension for PED use. Now, Profar spoke to media and fans alike really just a couple of hours ago, addressing and saying that he was apologetic for his teammates for what he did. As for the specifics of that suspension, Profar added that he was under the impression what he took was something similar to what he had already taken previously for another injury.